Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh and salam sejahtera to all respected juries and viewers. It is a pleasure to be here with you all in this conference. Today I am excited to share our presentation titled Research Ethics in Positivist, Interpretivist and Pragmatist Paradigm. Let's start with a simple but important question. Why does ethics matter in research? Ethics matters because it makes research trustworthy and respectful. It protects participants, ensures honest results, and builds public trust. The key principles include respect for persons, beneficence and justice, and integrity. These guide all research, helping us act responsible, treat others fairly, and produce meaningful, reliable knowledge. This presentation explores how research ethics differ across paradigms. While basic rules apply broadly, their interpretation depends on the research philosophical approach. So that we focus on the key as listed below. The goal is to promote ethical practice that align with each paradigm method's values and worldview. A research paradigm is a worldview that shapes our understanding on reality and gain knowledge. It guides our methods, interpretations, and ethical decisions. For example, positivists see reality as objective, while interpretivists view it as subjective. Paradigm act as lens, influencing every stage of the research process, including ethics. Research is guided by three main paradigms: positivist, interpretivist, and pragmatist. Each has different beliefs about reality, which is ontology, and knowledge, epistemology. These beliefs influence the entire research process, including ethics. Aligning ethical practice with the chosen paradigm ensure that they are not only principled but also contextually appropriate. The positivist paradigm focuses on objectivity, measurability, and testing clear hypotheses. It assumes there is one true reality that can be observed and studied. Researchers use quantitative methods like survey, experiments, and statistical models to collect data. The goal is to produce reliable, general findings based on scientific evidence. The interpretivist paradigm focuses on understanding human experience and social context. It assumes there are many different realities shaped by people's perspective. Researchers use qualitative methods like interview, case studies, and ethnography to explore this meaning and how people make sense of their world. The pragmatist paradigm focuses on solving real-world problems and practical relevance. It uses a mix of qualitative and quantitative methods. Pragmatism doesn't follow one fixed belief about reality or knowledge, but values whatever approach works best to achieve useful and meaningful results in each context. Research ethics is about values, not just rules. It guides fairness, respect, and responsibility in every research stage. The key principles include respect, beneficence, justice, confidentiality, and research integrity. These build trust and protect participants. How we apply these principles depend on the research paradigm, which we will explore next. The positivist paradigm takes a procedural and regulatory approach to ethics. In this approach, ethics follow strict protocols and research ethics committee approval. Researchers stay objective, anonymous, and neutral, minimizing contact with participants. The focus is on rigor, replicability, and keeping the researcher detached to ensure unbiased and reliable scientific result. Meanwhile, in the interpretivist paradigm, ethics focus on relationship and reflection. Researchers build trust and see participants as partners. Ethics evolve during the study through ongoing concern and respectful dialogue. The cultural sensitivity and mutual respect guide the process, making ethics a continuous, context-aware and shared responsibility. The pragmatist paradigm takes an adaptive and contextual approach to ethics. This approach adapts ethics to fit both qualitative and quantitative methods. It focuses on practical outcomes and the needs of stakeholders. Researchers use flexible strategies based on the situation and goals, continuously reflecting and responding to new ethical challenges as they arise during the study. In methodology, we use a conceptual and comparative approach. No data was collected. Instead, we analyze literature from databases like Scopus, Web of Science, and Google Scholar, including ethical guidelines and philosophical texts. Our goal in this study is to understand how each paradigm views ethics through the lens of ontology, epistemology, and axiology. We examine how researchers see their roles, relate to participants, and make ethical decisions. This study reveals that ethical approaches in research differ significantly across philosophical paradigms. In the positivist paradigm, ethics are procedural and regulatory, emphasizing strict adherence to rules, researcher neutrality, and minimizing bias to maintain objectivity. Meanwhile, the interpretivist paradigm adopts a relational and reflective stance, focusing on building trust, securing ongoing informed consent, and recognizing the evolving ethical dynamics within researcher-participants relationship. And then, the pragmatist paradigm promotes an adaptive, context-driven ethics framework, prioritizing practical outcomes and diverse needs of stakeholders. These findings underscore the importance of aligning ethical practice with the underlying research worldview to ensure both integrity and relevance. This study offers three key points. Ethics need to match your research paradigm, not just follow rules. Different paradigms shape how we apply ethics. And most importantly, axiology reminds us that research reflects our value. In short, ethical research means being thoughtful, responsible, and aligned with your philosophical approach. In conclusion, research ethics should reflect the philosophical approach of each study, not just follow fixed rules. Ethics must be flexible, informed by our views and ontology, reality, epistemology, knowledge, and axiology values. We need better training and review process that support this. One size fits all ethics simply doesn't work for all research. Thank you very much.